Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded video where today we're going to be talking about one thing that has really been elusive in the game, and that is the crow feathers. Now with these crow feathers you guys can make the crow feather cap, you guys can make a special crow arrow that's called the feather arrow, and then you guys can also make the bed. Now the problem is getting a lot of these feathers, okay? And it's hard because the crow is random on where he lands, okay? He doesn't exactly have a cycle, and the worst part is if he does land up here by the bird bath, he doesn't ever seem to drop one where you can get it. Well, I'm here to tell you we have a way to fix that. But before we do that, I want to talk to you guys about this pretty cool invention I made right here. Now, before you guys go, Sim, this is completely impossible. You cannot do this in survival. That is too many building materials and such a waste of time. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back up. Okay, why I want to talk to you guys about this build that I have right here is because technically if you're using blueprint mode, this build is super easy to do. Okay, all you have to do is you build down one trampoline here, and then you go into blueprint mode and you start bouncing. Okay, and while you're bouncing you start putting down blueprints of these scaffolding. Okay, then you put down another blueprint of where you would have a floor, and then you build another trampoline, and then you actually build the trampoline with the required parts. Now trampolines are super easy to build, right? It's only 2 rubber and 4 sprigs, so it's super easy to actually build these guys. So as long as you get up enough rubber and just go grab a bunch of sprigs, you can build this elevator system really simple. Now I'm in creative right now, so I can just get this built for you guys and have it up. So that's why it's actually built and not just in blueprint mode, to show you guys what I'm talking about. But all you do is you put down a trampoline, and then you go up 2 or 3 foundations or 2 or 3 scaffoldings. You put down a blueprint for flooring, you build the trampoline, and then you put down the blueprint for the trampoline, then you build the trampoline, and then you keep going up like that. It takes a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, it's going to be one of the fastest ways to go from the ground to the top of the bird bath, not in creative. Now in creative, I can just do this. I can just come over here, grab myself some of my beautiful, wonderful clay foundations, and just start building while jumping, and just build 1 or 2 foundations at a time, and then get up to the top of the bird bath without a problem. But what I wanted to talk to you guys, on top of these foundations over here, or on top of all these scaffolding, there is a place where you're going to need some grass planks, and you're going to need a couple weed stems, because there's an easier way besides just using the trampolines to get up there, because the trampolines are reliable, but sometimes they can get a little sketchy, right? I mean, if you got a bunch of trampolines bouncing you around, you never know. But another thing I wanted to add, guys, is you will need 4 clay for this, because it's the only way to make sure your trampolines are going straight up as well. But let's talk about what I got right here. So this is my landing pad. Okay, I built this landing pad that way I could have a safe place to land on the trampolines, or just come on up here, jump up, get up here. So you're going to need to bring 8 more planks up here with you, and then a couple more that you're going to need for stairs, which stairs is super simple. It is 4 grass planks and 1 weed stem. So really you're going to need to do about 3 trips up and down on this thing. Now what I will warn you is you're going to want to put a bed down on the ground next to this thing to start while you're building it, because the chance of you falling off and dying is quite high. Okay, we could talk about getting down a little bit later on, aka bring yourself a dandelion tuft. Okay, that's how you get down, but we're not going to get into that right now. What I want to get into is what we're going to do on top of the bird bath. Now the bird bath, as you can see, you just jump on up here, and what you're going to notice is, Sim, it's hard to build up here. Nothing seems to want to line up. It's always red. What you can do is right here, you can blueprint out a place right underneath this leaf. It's not out yet. They haven't patched it out yet, and this is in the 0.2 build, the newest build that they just released. You can still build here. So you just put down a blueprint, and then you just start blueprinting out. And the best part is, why you build this quick up system, right? Why you build this is because you're going to need to be doing a lot of resource gathering to build all the way up here. But what the plan is to get a 3x3, maybe even a 4x4 as you start to get a little bit deeper in here. Okay, to get yourself down the foundation for a base. Now what you're going to notice is if there's something in the way, you won't be able to build there. Okay, like that berry, for instance, that berry's in the way. So you can come up here and you can hack this berry off, or you can just push it out of the way like I just did. Bye-bye, berry, be gone. Boing. All right, now I should in theory, be able to build here. Yes, see, because the berry was in the way. So what you want to do is you just want to build yourself up a little platform here. Now, there's two reasons why I'm building the platform, okay? The first reason is because we do not want these crow feathers to fall down anymore. Now, I know that this is kind of overkill. You could just do one simple bridge out here and then build the space, because this is where the crow feather will fall. Every time it falls into the water right here and it gets stuck. Now, if you have crow feathers in here that are stuck, all you have to do, jump in the water, go down by them, and then back up over them, and your person will actually kick them backwards up out of the pond, out of the bird bath, before you actually build your top. If you put your top on it, it's going to be nigh impossible to get them. But I would suggest you do that. Just do the backup method to get whatever feathers are currently in there out. Now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and put down the remainder of this floor so we have a nice, easy landing spot here for when the crow lands right there and he takes off and drops a feather, because there's going to be so many things needed for feathers in this game. Like I said, guys, we have the cap that we need for in this game here. We're going to actually go into the build menu to show you guys here. So we have the wonderful marksman cap that takes 3 crow feather pieces, which is technically 3 crow feathers. Okay, 5 berry leather and 5 spider web. And this is super needed because that bow up attack plus the new statuses that they added in for the skill of killing things with your bow can make you super deadly as an archer in this game. So I would severely suggest getting that. And if they have 1 piece of crow armor, I'm only in the belief that they're going to build a complete set of crow armor for you to look like Robin Hood, running around shooting things with arrow. You're literally going to look like the guy from Men in Tights, I'm assuming, and I'm hoping, because I love using the bow in this game, and I love the fact that they've given us a new arrow that I'm assuming in the future is going to do more damage, and also it's not going to be a one and done where you craft 1 crow feather arrow and then you don't get any more. So if you go into workbench tools right here, you can find the feather arrow right here, and it's 1 arrow per 1 crow feather piece and 4 spider's web, which I don't believe so. A fancy arrow crafted from a crow feather and bits of strands of spider web. So yeah, I believe you're going to need either it's going to do a lot more damage than it's doing right now, or it's going to make it so you could craft more than 1 at a time. I'm hoping for 4 or 5. And then on top of that, guys, we also have the bed, which does require 2 crow feather pieces as well for you guys to build. So if you guys want to put down a bed for yourself, this is what the bed looks like. I've shown it off before, but that's the bed. You can see the crow feather pieces popping out. You're going to need that for that, which leads me to believe we're going to need a lot more crow feathers in the future. And on top of that, they have also talked about in the timeline that there's more that's going to happen with the crow as well. So we can only believe that the crow is going to become more and more important to be around and important to have the resources that drop from him. Maybe he's going to poop and you're going to be able to pick that up. The guano, even though that's technically bat poop, but still, nonetheless, we may need that. There could be other resources that come from him, and we may even be able to fight him in the future. We don't know yet. I haven't been able to talk to the devs on the crow yet, so we'll have to see. But the other thing I would suggest doing up here, guys, is I would suggest building an outpost up here, not a complete base. Do not put your main base up here because we have no idea if this area is going to be updated. I have no idea if the crow's going to start attacking bases. And the last thing you want to do is have your main base all the way up here where the crow is right next to you. So this is what I would suggest, okay? I would suggest coming through. Now, I'm going to use stem walls just because I'm in creative and I can do it, but using grass walls would be just as equally efficient in this, okay? And I'm going to make just a very basic base here, okay? It's literally going to be a 3x1, okay? Really simple. I'm going to slap a door on this guy, okay? Right here, I'm going to put down a door. Okay, we're going to open that guy on up, close it on up. And then for a top, I'm not even going to put a standard roof on it. I'm literally just going to put down a couple grass floors here. Okay, just like that. And this is your base. This is your outpost. This is a very simple outpost. It's smaller than even the one that I built as your first base that you want to build in this game on top of the baseball. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check that out. It's super important for you guys to know how to get a very good start in this game. Okay, beyond what the base is actually looking like, the last things you guys are going to need is a very simple lean-to. Now, you'll be able to put the lean-to in here. You just have to find a good spot for it. Sometimes it's a little glitchy and you just got to find the right spot spot. There you see that it was blue just for a second. Put down your lean-to so you have a place to sleep and you have a place to respawn if you are working up here and you're just wanting to grind out some crow feathers, or if you're doing anything up in the hedge, because this is a good forward base to do anything in the hedge or get more blueberries. And then the other thing I would suggest you guys keep up here is a chest. Whether you build a simple chest or you build the clover basket, either way I would suggest having some sort of chest up here where you can keep some items, keep some food, keep some health kits. That way when you're up here exploring, you have a place to store some things, and then you can decide what you want to transfer back and forth out of your outpost. But like I said, this is only supposed to be an outpost. I wouldn't put anything else in here unless you're talking maybe like a cooking spit, maybe, or a dew collector, just so you have some water up here. But I wouldn't suggest much more than that, because this should just be a forward outpost for you to go while you're here. And guys, while you're here, just don't forget to jump up here, grab the scabbies, and while you're doing that, also please don't forget to hit the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe today for more awesome grounded videos that are constantly coming. Now I'm playing in creative, so I've already grabbed the scabs, but there's supposed to be one right here on this leaf, and there's also supposed to be one right here in the water right there. So make sure you guys grab both of those, and also I will see all of you guys in the next one.